Hi everyone, and welcome back to Travel with Tam. This week we've been visiting Israel in our travels, or our virtual travels, and today we're making these. Yes, we're making strawberry ices, not just because I love them, but there's a great Israeli story to them. So stay tuned, we're going to talk about strawberries, we're going to talk about strawberry ices. And I may take a break just to eat this. Many people don't seem to know about Israel is that Israelis love strawberries. I know it should be watermelon, which I'm sure they love too, but strawberries hold a really special part of the Israeli heart. They are grown in the winter, which is unusual. We in the West think of strawberries as being a summer fruit. It's because strawberries need a certain amount of ground frost or the cold weather in order to grow. And in Israel, that's winter time. So come winter, the stalls in the markets are filled with strawberries. The passion for strawberries continues to the point that there is a song about strawberries. There are children's books about strawberries. They really love their strawberries. And we love strawberries. I love anything frozen. I'm like a little bit of an addict when it comes to ices and ice cream. Oh my goodness, the ice cream situation is pretty bad. So follow along. We're gonna make these awesome, super simple, super delicious strawberry ices. So my little strawberry bowl, do you see that? I bought in Israel years ago. The passion for strawberries is real. So I have here 500 grams of strawberries, a little bit over a pound, and I am putting them in my food processor. This is also a great way of using up strawberries that have gone a little bit soft. Sometimes you buy tons of them and you don't get to them. Moldy, not so much. Soft is good. So we're going to process until we have a strawberry puree. And this is up to you. Do you want chunkier bits in your strawberry ices, or do you want a smoother texture? And if you want it smoother still, I'll tell you what to do in a second. You need to puree here. All right, so I'm happy with my puree, but let's say you want a super smooth ices. You can take this and put it through a sieve, and those tiny little strawberry seeds will disappear. Let's give it one more shot. And one of the things that, one of the tips is you may be tempted to use frozen strawberries in this. I wouldn't recommend it, sorry. You really do need to use fresh strawberries, as frozen strawberries will give the finished ice lolly, popsicle, ices, whatever you call it, a really like icy texture. Unusual, but you really don't want an icy texture in your ices, believe it or not. So one more zhuzh, and we are ready to go. All right, so ices are generally something people buy, but people make them as well. I remember when we lived in New York and all the kids played on the block. We lived in an area called Kew Garden Hills in Queens for a short while. And we lived in a house with lots of other houses around us. Many of the kids on the block were Jewish, and we would just play in the middle of the road. For some reason, it wasn't busy, very few cars going down the road, and we would run into each other's houses and grab ices. They were invariably homemade lemonade ices with that, you know, those plastic sticks and the plastic molds. You can still buy those in IKEA. What I have here is this really gorgeous mold, which I love, which I bought on Amazon. So my strawberry puree is in, and now we've got to flavor it. So what I have here is sugar syrup. It's just a combination of water and sugar, which I boiled together. I always make extra because if you want to make lemonade, this is the way you sugar it. If you want to make iced tea, like this as well. So I always have a bit extra, and I'm going to measure out about 3/4 of a cup. And that is going in. to my puree. The next thing I have here is the juice of 2 lemons, which I feel almost certain it's going to need it, but I'm going to hold it back a little bit and give this a mix. So I have my whole load of spoons. That way I could keep on tasting as I go and discard the spoons. Not discard, put them in the sink and wash them. We're not throwing anything out. So let's give it a taste. Delicious. Yum. Oh my gosh, really delicious. Oh, wow. It's like a burst in your mouth. Okay, I want to show you my last little tip. This is my citrus juicer, which I love, and I use it all the time. It was a really worthwhile investment. It didn't cost very much, and I use it a lot. So with these lemon rinds, I'm actually not going to throw them out. I'm going to pop them into a bowl, pot of water and boil it, and my whole house is going to smell lemon fresh. All right, on to the ices. We've got our puree ready to go. It's in my measuring cup, which means I could fill in my mold straight away. With any ices mold, you don't want to fill, I just did that, I overfilled, more than 3/4 of the way because it does expand when frozen. But I am an ices fanatic. My whole family will tell you. It's rare for me to finish the day without some sort of ices or ice cream because I just love it. All right, our ices mold is full, as you could see. Oh my goodness, I'm getting very excited. And I'm gonna pop the lid that came with it on top. I've got my popsicle sticks. I remember making a ton of crafts with these when I was a kid. Really enjoying those. They're making the little popsicle houses. Did you guys do that? So these are going in, this goes into the freezer for between 4 and 5 hours, at which point it's ready. If you don't have one of these nifty molds, you can use a paper cup and stick something like a plastic spoon or a wooden spoon into it. That will work as well. Trying to think of other things that may work. A cupcake mold? I don't know. I'm not sure. But these are easy enough to purchase, and they have other types of molds as well. We're going to say goodbye for now for our travel with Tom from Israel. So from our home to yours, from our kitchen to yours, wishing you a beautiful Shabbat filled with peace, rest, and relaxation. And we'll see you soon.